All right, it's Evan with Santa Cruz Subaru. Today we're going to show you some mistakes customers make with their cars and the fixes for those mistakes. As always, if you appreciate the videos and you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel and like the videos. It really helps me out. It lets my bosses know that you guys get use out of them and let me keep doing what I do. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this video is going to show you some mistakes that customers make with their cars and the easy fixes for them. So what happens all the time is customers do something with their car, they touch a button, they change a setting, they don't even realize they did it. They make a service appointment, they're really worried something's wrong with their car, and it's a really easy fix that you can just do at home. So this is not going to apply to a lot of you. Subaru's fixed a lot of these problems with the new 11.6 inch screen. You know, buttons have pretty much been eliminated, and it's a lot harder to do these things. So just be aware some of these tips aren't going to apply to you and your specific car. All right, so here's the first of the mistakes people make. So I've been having this one a few times lately, and this one is only going to apply to you guys who have the new Subaru 11.6 inch screen. And not just the 11.6 inch screen, but with the wireless versions of CarPlay and Android Auto. So this is what you want to see. You want to see the CarPlay logo here. What's been happening lately is people have been coming in and saying, my Bluetooth is paired, but CarPlay is not working anymore. And I don't really understand how customers are doing this, but it's a very easy fix. Basically, what's happened is people are activating Bluetooth, and give it a second here, which deactivates CarPlay. So Bluetooth, it can do wireless music, it can do phone calls, but it doesn't have the amazing features that CarPlay does, like navigation, texting, all, you know, your images showing up there, all the apps that you have. So again, easy fix. So all you got to do is you got to go phone settings, which is that little button right there. This is one of the routes. Select the phone that you would like to be CarPlayed. As you can see up here, it's only Bluetooth. So we're going to select Lay K Dad, which is the name of my phone. And that, as you can see, Apple CarPlay is disabled. So re-enable it. It's connecting. And as you can see, CarPlay is back. And again, that's the logo you want to see for CarPlay. All right, so the first thing that this has been happening for a lot of years, and it has been fixed with the new Subaru infotainment unit, the 11.6 inch screen. If you have that screen, you do not have this cluster of buttons down here. But for several years, Subaru's cars had these things. So if you notice, most of these buttons down here say the word off on it. So it happens all the time. Customers, they bump one of these buttons with their knee, someone else drives their car, they touch things, and then I touched a button that says the word off, so I have deactivated a system. So I just touched the blind spot detection and rear cross traffic alert button, which is, you know, the cool little lights over on the side. So if I touch that button, I deactivate that system. Customers come in, complain that the blind spot detection is broken when it was just a button touch. Subaru did something that I really like. So if you touch a button that says the word off on it, a light shows up that says the word off on it. So in this case, it's turned off the blind spot detection and the collision avoidance system that's new, because that part of the eyesight system, but it also works in conjunction with the blind spot detection. So if you ever see a light that says the word off on it, there's a button in your car that matches the light, which is in case that one right there. We're going to go ahead and push that button again. And now we don't see any lights that say the word off on it. If you see a light that says off, you've probably deactivated a system by pushing a button, unless it's the eyesight system. Just match up buttons and lights and push the button again, and the system will come back on. People ask me all the time, how do I know a system is on? Generally, you know a system is on because you don't see a light that tells you that it's off. All right, so the next tip has to do with the door handle. So if you have the keyless access, you either have these little lines right here, or they'll be on the top of the car, on top of the door handle, depending on which kind of car you have. But there are two different sensors on that door handle. Grabbing the door handle unlocks the car. Putting your finger right here locks the car. Just a quick tip, never do this kind of swipe, which everybody always does. You want to just kind of do it like a fingerprint. But it seems to be when people go to lock the car, this mistake happens. They say it didn't work. Generally, the reason is because people did this. They grabbed the door handle and touched the lock button at the same time. It's basically like touching the lock and the unlock on your key and pushing both buttons at the same time. You would never do that. By doing what I just did, that is basically what you're doing. So it's that guy is locked, and then after a few seconds, the unlock will work. And don't do what I just did. So if you really want to check your door handle, you gotta lock it and check it real quick. Because if you wait too long and you check your door handle, you're gonna unlock your car again. So the next step here is about the key and the tailgate. So you have the 3 buttons on the, or 4 buttons actually on the key, but you got this guy right here below the Subaru logo. That will open your tailgate. So what I get all the time is people go, hey, you know what? It's not opening. It's not opening. By pushing the button, you are unlocking your tailgate. To open it, you just gotta hold it down until the second beep happens. I basically tell customers, hold it down until it moves, and there it goes. And now we're gonna hold it down again until it moves, and there it goes. All right, so this last one, it's not gonna apply to everybody, but I do get this one quite a bit. It's not gonna apply to customers with Outbacks or Ascents, again with the 11.6 screen, because it's a different system. All right, so it's this button right here. So people touch buttons, they do things they don't intend to do. If you touch something, things happen in your car. So you can see our screen right here, and we're controlling it by the one we talked about in the last section, these little guys down here, or it's going to be this guy right here depending on your car. On this car it's the volume, the MID is down here, but you can see it's the full screen. So people touch this button and see how the screen's changed. So you can drive around for a long time and this system, even though it's on, won't engage. This is lane keep assist. The situation has to be exactly right for this system to work. It's basically meant for the freeway. So you have to be going more than 37. It's got to be fairly straight. You got to see very clear paint lines, and those 2 clear lines will illuminate to let you know it sees the paint line. But what I get all the time is people complaining that their car's out of alignment. They say the car's pulling, it's drifting, it's doing all these weird things because they push that button. So what this system is doing is when you're on the freeway, if you start to drift out of your lane, you drift to the right, the car's just going to gently steer you to the left. And if you drift to the left, it's going to gently steer you back to the right. If you don't realize this is happening and your steering wheel all of a sudden starts going like this, people think something's wrong with their car. Nothing's wrong with the car. You've just asked it to keep you in your lane by pushing this button. And I'm going to push it again. As you can see, it goes away. Easy fix. Thanks for watching.